This is a full round between me and my professor, and here's what's gonna happen. Right away I try to pull guard. We get a double guard pull, he shakes his head. No, that was not a double guard pull. Now from here he enters in what's called butterfly, and this is a simple way to be able to elevate your opponent. As you can see here, I'm leaning way too far forward, and he has that deep collar grip that you cannot break. Now from here I burn more fuel than a mid-sized nation trying to stay balanced. Now that grip he has become a permanent residency. I cannot break it. Now from here he can easily kick me over to the left side. Now from here it's easier to sit up and take the sweep or the advantage if he tries to sit up, but here I control the inside thigh so I can get up. Now pretty soon I'm going to show you some crucial mistakes. Now right here he actually reaches over. This is a good opportunity since I have the sleeve grip to actually dive for the underhook and cut my right knee across. It all starts when I start standing, as you can see here. The key detail to follow is to watch my head positioning, and you're going to see why it fails. So we sit up, and boom, my head is way too high, so he's able to frame inside. Now that makes cutting across a lot harder. Now from here I need to immediately address the grip, which I try to do, but as I said, and this is where it gets really bad. I need to get my right knee in the middle. I'm anticipating the triangle, so I cross my arms, which isn't doing very much. And now from here I use my right knee in the middle to try to back out. Now since there are no grips, it has to be your job to initiate, like right there, but instead he actually initiates the first grip, but I retaliate by breaking it and controlling the sleeve. Now from here you're going to see another mistake. As I control, I'm leaning too far forward. As I've said previously, I gotta sit up closer and try to sit back. Now from here I strip the leg out, but this isn't doing much because I'm not switching sides or anything. So see how he gets his right knee inside of my arm? Now from here passing becomes a little bit more difficult. It becomes more complex to be able to break this. And you don't want to be facing him like what I'm doing right now. That's another thing. Form is really important. So right here, I need to be backing out and switching sides. The key detail is this. You're not going to be able to break every single collar grip right away. It's just not possible every single time like this. But if you're not working for inside control, then it's going to become a lot more difficult. Like right here, I start to crouch. He gets his left hook in. Now from here, I could use the elbow to flare the knee out. But here I strip the hook. Now from here, I try to backstep, as you're going to see here. But I'm simply too far away. See how much space I've created? I did not get in tight. I think switching to the collar grip would have been a lot better. Now as you can see here, he's got my sleeve controlled and the elbow, simply because I was too far away. You gotta really put the head into the hip pocket if you're gonna try to pass from there. Any inch you create is a mile of opportunity for your opponent. Right here, I could have let go of the sleeve grip and actually went underneath and tried to stack them. That would have been a much better strategy than whatever I'm doing here. Now controlling the inside knee would have been better. I should have not turned away because now he can enter the sort of matrix position. I'll talk about that more later. It's also available on my Patreon, link in description. As you can see here, he has 4 points of contact and I have none. This means I have lost the grip battle. I used the trash can and the out of bounds to recenter. Sometimes getting out of bounds can be a great strategy. Now right there I actually walked right into his guard. That's a huge mistake. Yeah, I know it's the easiest, laziest way to enter, but it's also the least effective. Now from here, this is a great opportunity to pass on either side. Now from here you see that long step fails completely, so I need to switch to the other side, but I don't do that. In this spot I try to shuck his leg as hard as I could to try to get around, but as you can see here he recovers. Now from here, the best thing to do is to strip that bottom foot. With the left hand, simply framing down and trying to force him into maybe a half guard would have been better. Now when you have sleeve and pant control, let's say 2 points of contact, this is a great way to pass, simply backing out then re-entering the position. But as you can see, waiting was not the answer, and that simple half second of waiting is what costs matches. Right here I feed it to my other sleeve. Now from here he's in a reverse De La Hiva position. See, I try that back out. Now from here he's got that very tight spider guard, as you can see. This is very strong. No matter which way I go, that bicep grip is going to stay glued. It's also used as leverage because now he can kick me over, off balance me, and he takes advantage of the vulnerability and sets up De La Hiva. Now in this spot I need to get lower. He sees there's 20 seconds left, I see it too. I try to use the lapel, but he actually feeds it underneath my leg and sits up. It's now 2-0. Now this is where it gets interesting. I can start to kick my right leg out, but that becomes very difficult because it opens up its own set of risks. I use the sleeve and I try to off balance him, maybe sit back and kick him the other way, but his posture is too heavy. In that last 10 seconds of the round, it's gotta be a go for broke mode. But as you can see here, that's it, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.